The Minnesota Wild Podcast is presented exclusively by Acrisure.
Yep.
Flower and goal.
Flowers in that, yeah.
So with Utah and the skill they possess, is there a way that you have to play tonight specifically to slow this team down? Or is it just the normal structure you want?
I think it's a normal structure you want, but you have to be, I think obviously puck management is important, and the critical areas of the ice, obviously at the offensive blue line or high in the offensive zone where, they have a lot of skill and speed. So if you turn pucks over there and you get some stressed attacks, that's a little bit of, an issue. But other than that, I mean, we've played them a few times. I think at this point in the season, everyone knows each other pretty well. It comes down to the competitiveness of the game. I think the attention to detail, and that's what our focus is.
When you look at faceoffs, I know you guys work on them every day, but when you look at maybe the struggles you guys had, the PK on faceoffs, is there one thing you would be able to point to? I know it's not just the centerman's responsibility. Like, do you find something kind of...
faceoffs is always, it's usually a team effort. But I do think our centermen need to do a better job. I think it's little techniques. It's studying the other guys. If you're struggling on one side, for example, if you get caught, if you're a right shot on the left side, some different things to work on that. And then obviously the line of scrimmage is important, where if there's 50-50 puck battles, the center gets the loss, but sometimes it could be little details. If you're on the line of scrimmage, you want to be first to the puck, the low man wins, right? Guy to be able to get that 50-50 puck and kick it back to your team to win it.
Both tonight and tomorrow, you're starting to visit teams for the second time this year. Just, how does that change the dynamic when you've got some tape on playing against them?
Yeah, it's always, sometimes it's, it's always, you always have tape from your last game. Sometimes it depends on how quickly you've played a team. Some things can change a little bit, but, now it's second time in each building. So, as I said, I think at this point in the year, everyone kind of knows each other's games for the most part. There's little nuances, but it comes down to really, I think, getting to your game and sticking with it and playing at a high level.
You guys are coming off Detroit, who's fighting for a playoff spot. This Utah team's doing the same. Do you feel the intensity kind of jump up in these last couple of months of the season?
Yeah, I think this point in the season, you do get that, particularly teams in our situation, or Utah situation, or Detroit, that this is the stretch where teams are climbing and pushing, and everyone's trying to position. So I think the style of the game does become a little bit more intense. The games become maybe a little bit more harder, a little bit more structured, because there's a lot on the line, and there's not a lot left in the season. So, but it's good. It's a fun time of year to compete in, and we'll certainly have that style of game tonight, I'm sure.
Obviously, Vinny's got a lot of opportunity since he's been here from Nashville. What struck you the most about, what's maybe surprised you about him in his game that maybe led to more opportunities, like power play and like?
Yeah, his speed and tenaciousness were something that stuck out. He's got a strong work ethic, but what you've seen now is, I think, some of the skill level that he has. It's not, if he has an opportunity to turn plays, he can do that. And the other thing is he has a willingness to get into the scoring area if he has the puck, or if he doesn't have it, he gets in there. And those, I'd say those are the things that stuck out a little bit more, having him with our team and coaching him, than when you coach against him.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
For an extraordinary advantage in sports, you need a game plan. For an extraordinary advantage everywhere else, all you need is Acrisure. With a high-tech human approach to insurance, cybersecurity, and more, Acrisure helps you take care of what you care about. That makes winning easy. See what Acrisure's extraordinary advantage can do for you at Acrisure.com.